Yesterday I was talking about consistency. Because consistency is the key. The process in which you do something repetitively every day. Something that's good and something that could make you better in the future. You should always know that it's good to have consistency. It's great to have consistency. It's important to have consistency in life in order to grow. You see, because saying I've heard from John C. Maxwell is that motivation gets you growing, but discipline keeps you growing. Motivation gets you going. It's the start. It's the start of an amazing life, an amazing journey. But discipline keeps you going. It's just the will to keep going when times are hard. Today we'll be talking about the law of environment. Growth thrives in conducive surroundings. The law of environment is not mainly about the environment in which you live in. It is about that as well, but it's mostly about where you are, at which level you are in life. Because at some point during everyone's lifetime, there comes a need to change your environment in order to grow. It's time for change. The best place to learn is always where others are ahead of you. Because if you're always at the head of your class, you are in the wrong class. Not necessarily meaning you have to skip every class until you get to the right one, but not settling down to the lower people, keeping your high and going higher, and also helping those other people. You should understand that change depends on your choices. If you want to change, you have to make great choices. Not good choices, great choices. Like John C. Maxwell, you must deal with many facts of life. You cannot change where and when you were born, or what you look like, or who you are. You cannot change who your parents are, and you cannot change the height or your DNA. But you can change your attitude about them. About all of those things, you can change your attitude. You can change your mind. You can't necessarily change your body, but you can change your mind. Whether you are a success or a failure in life, it has little to do with your circumstances. It has much more to do with your choices. You don't necessarily choose to fail, but when you don't choose to succeed, when you come to a point in life, you just start thinking that, if I don't do anything, then nothing will happen. But that's wrong, because if you don't succeed, you fail. There's no third one. You either succeed or you don't. You can't kind of succeed, or succeed a little bit, or halfway succeed. You either succeed or you don't. And you also need 6 choices to put yourself in a better place for growth. Number 1, assess your current environment. You have to assess your current environment. Professor and preacher Ernest Campbell tells a story about a lonely woman who purchased a parrot from a pet store. After only one day of having it, she turned to the store and told the shopkeeper how disappointed she was with it. That parrot has not said a word yet, she lamented. Does it have a mirror? Asked the shopkeeper. Parrots like to be able to look at themselves in the mirror. So the lady bought a mirror and returned home. The next day, she was back again, reporting that the bird still wasn't speaking. What about a ladder? The shopkeeper asked. Parrots enjoy walking up and down a ladder. So the parrot owner bought a ladder and returned home. On the 3rd day, she was back again with the same complaint. Does the parrot have a swing? The shopkeeper's solution. Birds enjoy relaxing on a swing. She bought the swing and went home. The next day again, she came. She returned to the store and announced that the bird had died. I'm terribly sorry to hear that, said the shopkeeper. Did the bird ever say anything else before it died? And then the lady said yes. It said, don't they sell any food down here? What's the moral of this silly story? Change, just for the sake of change, is not going to help you. And you must understand that. If you were the same woman, you didn't want the bird to talk. You were just listening to the shopkeeper's instructions. Let's say if I'm not great at reading, I'm supposed to read the word jump, and then I say pump, and then someone say no, it's lump. I say lump. I'm not trying to understand what the word is. I'm just trying to blindly hear what he's saying and repeat it. Because I didn't want to learn how to say the word. I just wanted to say something. You didn't want to change, so you didn't change. Or it didn't change. You can also ask yourself questions to help you understand who and what nurtures you personally, and then figure out whether or not you're getting those things. And here's a list of questions that might help you get started. Music. What songs lift me? What songs empower you? What songs do you like? Thoughts. What ideas speak to me? What things do you think about that make you brighten up, that make you smile? Experiences. What experiences rejuvenate me? What has happened before that you can't forget? Friends. What people encourage me? People that not only help you, but they encourage you. They say keep going when you don't want to keep going. Recreation. What activities revive me? It means if I'm tired, what can make me excited or not tired? If I'm angry, what can make me happy? Soul. What spiritual exercises strengthen me? It's important. Hopes. What dreams inspire me? What things do I think about? What do I dream about in the night? Who do I want to be when I'm older? Or something like that. Home. What family members care for me? I know that most of the time, all of your family members care about you, without a doubt. Giftedness. What blessings activate me? This comes from God. Memories. What recollections make me smile? What things do you remember that make you smile? Like, let's just say you went on a roller coaster ride and you remember it and it makes you smile. Books. What have I read that has changed me? For me personally, it's this book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Anyways, number 2, change yourself and your environment. Change yourself, but you see, if you know that you need to make a major change in your environment, then there's something you must keep in mind. You must also determine to change yourself at the same time, and here's why. If you try to change yourself but not your environment, growth will be slow and difficult. It will be hard in life. Everything would be stress. It would be struggle. Everything would be slow going. You'd be running everywhere. But if you try to change your environment and not yourself, growth will be slow but less difficult. They'll be slow. It wouldn't be as difficult, but it will still be slow. It will take time to grow. If you want to be a soccer player in 10 years, it'll probably take you 15. Changing yourself and your environment. That means growth will be faster. Not only would it be less difficult, but it would be more successful. You see, you have to ask yourself, what do I want to change in my life? The right soil to grow in. What nourishes me, and this is just the right kind of growth environment you need. The right soil to grow in. Ask yourself, what nourishes me? Growth. It's growth. The right air to breathe in. What keeps me alive? Purpose. The right climate to live in. What sustains me? People. Who do you want to be around? People. They say that if you want to put a pumpkin in a jug when it's the size of a walnut, it will grow to the size and shape of the jug and never get bigger. That can happen to a person's thinking. Don't allow it to happen to you. You see, this saying simply explains that if you put a lid over your potentials, then your potentials will stop. Number 3, change who you spend your time with. Even just that right now, change who you spend your time in. Your environment is important about the people you spend time with. If you want to be a rich person, spend time with rich people. If you want to be fat, spend time with fat people. If you want to be an athlete, spend time with athletes. Earlier in John C. Maxwell's life, he learned the importance of a right environment and who to spend his time with. It's important to spend your time with good people. We become the combined average of the 5 people we hang around with the most. Let's say if there's one fat person, there's a group of 3 people. One fat, there's one that's fat and he eats a lot. There's one that's pretty stupid, he's pretty dumb, doesn't even know how to think, and there's another one that's just there, never talks. Then you would be a combination of all of them. You'd be a little bit fat, you'd be a little bit dumb, you'd be a little bit quiet. Combination of all of them, and you know that that's not good, because being a combination of all of them is worse than each and every one of them. Number 4, challenge yourself in your new environment. You can't just change for the sake of changing. Like I was talking about the woman and the parrot. You don't just change, make a big change and do nothing there. You have to change and give yourself challenges. You have to be confident about changing. John C. Maxwell always prepares the same way, by asking 5 questions before the learning time. He asks, what are their strengths? This is where I would learn the most. What are they learning now? This is when he's trying to develop someone, to make them a better person. So he asks, what are their strengths? Because this is where, if you're trying to be a leader, if you're trying to be an interviewer and interviewing someone, you have to know their strengths first. What are they good at? Something that they're good at. Because everyone's good at something. It may not always be good, but you're always good at something. The second question is, what are they learning now? This is how you could catch their passion. What are they learning now? Because you wouldn't necessarily see someone learning basketball playing in a soccer team, or learning baseball playing cricket. You would see them learning what they would like to do. Now, third question, what do I need right now? And this helps you to apply what you learn to my situation. It helps you apply what you learn to my situation. Who have they met, and what have they read, or what have they done that has helped themselves? This helps find out additional growth opportunities. And lastly, what haven't I asked that I should have? This enables them to point out changes I need to make from their perspective. 5. Focus on the moments. The changes we want to make in our lives come only in the present, and what we do now controls who we become and where we are in the future. Today is when everything that's going to happen from now on begins. If you need to make changes in yourself and your environment, don't worry about your past. Focus on now and the future. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow has not yet come. We only have today, so let us begin now. Number 6, this is the last one. Move forward despite criticism. Criticism is one of the worst things you would have when starting whatever you want to start. If you want to be a soccer player and someone says you're slow at running or you're bad at doing some skills, do not wait for a change of environment before you act. Cause a change of environment through action, because you can act upon your present environment. so as to cause yourself to be transformed to a better environment. It's really important. Thank you guys for listening to me today about law of environment.